Hi, this is Dr. Gans again, and welcome to part 3 of the 5 steps in selecting a cosmetic dentist. By now you're getting the idea that I think it's real important that when selecting a cosmetic dentist you give it a lot of thought. And once again, this is not a required procedure. This is not life and death, and it's not even toothache. It is a discretionary procedure that you can wait till tomorrow, the next day, a week, a month from now, so that the decision you make is the right one. And as I've said in the past, if you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 516-741-1230. Now, I made a mistake before in the first 2 videos, and I apologize. I said that just because you live in Albuquerque, you might not want to come to Garden City. If indeed you think we're the dentist for you, and you can certainly get a little better idea of who and what we are from our website at www.gansdental.com, then we're more than happy to treat you. We'll work out ways to get you picked up at the airport, and we'll get you a hotel, and we'll get that all set up for you. We've done that. We have plenty of patients that fly in from anywhere from California and Florida and Maine and all kinds of places. But the intention of this is really more instructional. It's really to give you an idea of what you need to do in your town, in your city, in your state to make sure that you're selecting the right dentist. And also to remind you that there is a free report at our website that you're more than welcome to download. Just go ahead, click on the banner, give us your email address, and we don't give that address to anybody. It's just strictly for our own use and to enable us to get in touch with you. And if you want to ever opt out, then all you do is let us know when you're out. So it's really not a big deal, but we can hopefully give you some information that can be of value. And that's what it's all about. So we're talking now about part 3. And part 3 is the next question you've got to really ask yourself is, how do you like to be treated? Dentistry, like any other profession or business, goes from one end to the other. Now, if you think of a hotels, you can go to a 1-star hotel, you can go to a 5-star hotel. I mean, all of these hotels will give you a bed, and they'll give you a bathroom and a sink, and you can stay there. And some of them, most of them today will even give you breakfast in the morning. You have to decide how you want to be treated. What is it you're looking for in a dental office, and especially when it comes to cosmetic dentistry. Now, if you're looking for tried and traditional and meat and potatoes type dentistry, then certainly there's one type of practice out there for you. If you're looking for the niceties, the fine tuning, the elegance, or you put whatever words you want on it, then there are practices for you. And those are really today called boutique practices. Now, I'm proud of the fact that we in Garden City have a boutique practice. You'll see a picture of my office in a moment, but it's designed to treat very few people in an atmosphere of comfort and concern, and more like a spa type atmosphere rather than a traditional dental office. It doesn't make one right or wrong, it just means they're different. And we've always tried to be a little unique in what we do and what we provide, but you've got to decide if that's what you want. Now, a lot of this is based upon your past dental experience. What have you been used to before? Now, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Lots of times we hear patients tell us that they're terribly afraid of dentistry, that they'd rather have a baby than go to the dental office. They'd rather jump out of a plane than go to the dentist. Now, I look at them and say, very often will say that, I was there on the delivery of my 4th child. I wasn't, for my first 3, but for the 4th child, I was actually in the delivery room. And trust me, going to the dentist is a piece of cake compared to giving birth. So I know that's not true, but a lot of it's based on past experience. So you have to think about where your past experience has been, and do you want to change? Sometimes change is difficult, sometimes change is easy, and sometimes change is warranted, and sometimes not. But that's a decision only you can make. If you're used to going to a high-volume, low-fee type of practice, then you don't maybe want to go to a high-fee, low-volume type of practice for whatever your reasons are. And that's okay. Now, if you're the corollary to that is if you're used to being treated like royalty, like you're the king, as I've said in previous videos, then going to a high-volume practice is not going to be for you. You're not going to get that special attention that you're going to need in order to get this kind of dentistry done. And I'll tell you that for the most part, it's bad to generalize, but for the most part, cosmetic dentistry is a type of specialty. It is not a specialty according to the American Dental Association, but it's something that for the most part, there are certain dentists in this country who have spent a lot of time and energy learning this trade. Difficult to find them, and we'll talk about credentials in another video. But once again, it's not for everybody. So you have to think about where your experience has been. Now, does this office that you're going to fulfill your personal needs based upon your past experiences? If you were a very nervous type person, and in the past you had problems, then maybe you need an office that is willing to take the time and energy to work with you on that. If you have a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and you need someone to give you a lot of personalized attention, a lot of personalized care, then maybe there's one type of office for you. If you don't feel that way, then there are different offices. But putting yourself in the right position at the right time in the right kind of office with the right kind of staff, and don't get me wrong, staff is a critical component of this. The dentist is only one part. He's the leader, and he very often will dictate how that practice is run. But it's equally as important that the staff be able to follow that lead. And there are offices, both dental and medical and chiropractic, and there are attorneys' offices and whatever that do not have a warm, compassionate aura to them. And then there are offices that do. If you need warm and compassionate and lots of time and hand holding, and then there are certain offices that will provide that service to you. Not all offices will do that. It behooves you to find out before you invest your time and money as to what type of office you're getting involved with. What are your expectations? If you want the biggest diamond, and you want to drive the fastest or the most beautiful car, or you want a big beautiful house, then there's only certain people who are going to give that to you. If you're not really all that concerned, you just want a little bit better than you have now, then there are offices that will do that. And depending on what your expectations are, you need to find a practitioner who can fulfill them. Now, I will suggest to you that be careful, because expectations are killers. Someone who's in their 50s and 60s may never look like they were when they were 20, but maybe we can get you back to 30, 35, or 40. Now, we certainly can improve upon what you look like, and very often it's up to you and the dentist that you select to discuss what your goals are, and what are you looking to accomplish, and are they realistic? And be prepared for certain dentists telling you maybe they're not that realistic. Anybody tells you they'll give you exactly what you want, you're going to look like you were, you're a 60-year-old man or woman, and they're going to make you look like you were 20, I would take a step back and really doubt that. I would worry about that a little bit. Are you going to get rid of all those lines and get rid of that, that extra flab under your chin, or will your cheekbones change? And I don't think so. Anybody that promises you that, I would certainly ask them how they're going to accomplish that. But can your smile be made more beautiful? Can your smile be made to glow? Can you get a tremendous improvement? Can they show you what those befores and afters look like on real patients? We'll talk about that in a future video. Expectations are a very important part of the process. Not only expectations as far as the final result, but expectations as far as the treatment process. How long will it take? And what will you be like during that period of time, etc. Now, are you willing to pay more for a better service? The more time it takes, the more devotion to you there is, etc., the more costly the process is. That's just the way of life. And high fee, low volume practices can give you the attention you may want or demand. If you are going to be demanding, if you want the perfection, then you must be willing to pay for it. And we'll talk about fees in our final video. Now, what's really important is your dentist take the time to listen and then explain. Is their staff empathetic to your wants and needs, and are they genuine? Do you get a feeling that the office really cares about your happiness? Do you get a feeling they really care about your level of satisfaction? Do you get a feeling from other patients that this is the office that they want to be in, they're proud to be in, and they welcome you to it? Because you can get that feeling from the minute you walk into a new office. There are so many times you walk into a physician's office or even a dental office where you feel like just another name on a blotter, on a waiting list. If that's what you want, that's fine. If you want more, you better look for it. Well, anyway, you need to think about how you want to be treated before you select the dentist. So that's the end of part 3, and we'll be going to part 4 in a little while in our next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and once again, if you have any questions, you need a dentist in the Garden City area, or you really want to get on a plane and travel, we're more than glad to take a look at you, help you with whatever your needs are, give you some advice, and if at all possible, help you establish the goals that you want. At the very least, you can get more information at our website and get a free report by going to gansdental.com. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you at part 4.